What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Man, this week has been kind of weird because this is actually the first day of the week I'm working. Yep, these Monday through Wednesday I was off because of electricity powers. We had a big old storm, and so yeah, our plan wasn't working, so we were just off. And then today we were working, and tomorrow as well, so everything's back to normal. But yeah, today was a bit of a mess because I think with the storm everything kind of wasn't working well, and we had to rearrange some people, but I mean overall it was okay. And there's some huge potholes here, holy cow. But I mean, even though days like these I get out later, like I'm one of the later ones to leave, you know, it's fine, it's not the worst. I could deal with it. I'm grateful, really, that I have a job. I mean, for the job I have, it's not too bad. It's pretty easy. That's a huge pothole. Holy cow! There are some really bad ones in here. Sheesh. But yeah, I've been working on homework. I would have filmed myself at home, but I just felt like, I don't know, like I felt weird, to be honest. I felt like I had to, I was doing too much if I was filming a video, because I would have to go out of my car or out of my apartment, in my car to film it because of my kid and my wife. I don't want to be in the film, and I could have just filmed in my room, which would have worked, but I don't know. I was weird about it. Never did before. I never did it at home before, so I think that was just me just making an excuse about it, truthfully. But yeah. As you might have seen, I filmed the video of me giving a speech for Malcolm X. That was the whole thing for school. I figured I'd just post it on there because, why not? So there's that. But it's okay. Life's fun that way. I'm grateful, really, because, like I said, I'm grateful. People died during the storm. I mean, I don't want to make it all sad, but people died, I don't think about that. I read a story a while ago about how some girl, well, she spoke for herself, obviously in first person, but she was helping out with a simple, like, I don't know, I think it was like a tornado or something like that, but there wasn't any injuries or missing people, so it wasn't like a search and rescue. It was just like a help clean the area. But she ended up finding somebody. She ended up finding well, you know what? I'm not gonna make it too sad because it was really sad. It kind of messed me up for a little bit. But point being, hearing a very detailed point of view from someone that first person account, of a disaster like that, and you're not really thinking about stuff like that. It's crazy that storms like that can harm people and kill people, and I think that it gets overlooked pretty easily because of how messed up the world is, how fast we move. I mean, I'm not saying to be stuck on somebody or be stuck on somebody forever, but just it's very sad to hear about that, because it's like if it wasn't for that storm, they would be alive. If it wasn't for that that wind knocking down a tree, they would be here. So I'm grateful because it could happen to anybody, really. It could happen to anybody right now. It could happen to me right now. Anything could fall and, impair me in some way, or fatally, attack me fatally. But it is what it is, I guess, when it comes to that kind of stuff, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I've done about half my homework for the week. I had to give a speech, like I said. That was my biggest thing. The rest of it's pretty easy. I mean, honestly, like, school online is so easy. If it wasn't for me working 2 jobs and taking care of a kid, I could probably get it all done one day, like, truthfully. Like, if I really grinded it out, I could get it all done one day. From, like, not even like all day, just like from, like, if I got up at 8 or something, like a bomb or something, and then worked on it for like a solid 5 to 8 hours, I could get it all done in one day. So, I mean, so far that's been my college experience online. And, you know, I mean, maybe it just speaks to my expectation of college, but it's not too bad. And that's why I know I can push myself, because I know it's easy. You know, it gets easy. I'm just, you know, sometimes I don't want to do it, and that's just me being lazy. But deep down, I know that I can do it, and it's not too bad. So, yeah, there's that. But, you know, I see people that have gotten their degrees, and I know who they are, and I'm like, there's no way you could have gotten a degree. I'm like, I guess you got one, but it just proves, you know, it's inspiring that people like that can get degrees. And you're like, well, if they can do it, why can't I? That's how I see it. And I think if you just focus a little bit more on things, you can see results, you know, quicker, faster than you think, right? I mean, if you allocate a certain amount of time each day to work on something, maybe achieve something, then you can get there pretty easily. Why is my nail bloody? What the hell? Oh, it's weird. I don't feel any pain, but it's like a little bit bloody underneath my nail. Oh, yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I mean, if you just focus on things a little bit, I feel like you can get it done, right? I mean, you can, if you want to draw more, if you want to make a YouTube video, right? You can do it. It's just about focusing. You just gotta focus and stick to a schedule, I guess. And I think you can achieve. Anyone can do anything they want, given the discipline. So take it as you will. And with me saying that, I'm not the most disciplined, you know, person in the world. I'm not. You know, I'm lazy. These last few days, I've been on and off playing my Steam Deck, so, you know, I'm not here to preach about. I'm not here to be the role model for discipline. I've been eating cookies like crazy that my wife has been making, so not me, but I know what it takes. I just gotta apply it. You know, I think that's everybody. That applies to everybody. I think a lot of people know what they have to do, but it's hard to do it. There's not much to say besides that. Gotta go home, shower, eat something, eat some leftover wings. Maybe work out. So the thing is, with me working out, I want to work out more, but the clothes I'm in, it gets so itchy by the end of the day with all the fiberglass and wood shavings that I don't feel like working out because I want to, you know, get out of them. But I just realized in saying that I could just do it like in my underwear and work out that way too. So there's no excuses really. So that's my excuse. See, there you go. I already have an excuse for working out. Maybe I can work out. Or maybe I can, maybe I can't. I'll give it a try. Push myself a little bit that way too. I think there's like, I've read that, you know, I think you can get more energy if you work out a little bit after. If you're more active, you work, you feel more energy, so maybe that's what I'm missing. I don't plan on working out every single day. I just want to get fit. I finished 1984. It was pretty good. It was kind of sad. I mean, I get the point. That was the point of the whole book about a dystopian, you know. I think the idea was, you know, that people conform and then become part of it, become part of this authoritarian state. I think that it breaks everyone down eventually. Not to let it go, not to let it be. But it was good. It wasn't too bad. Now I'm reading Sabriel, which I've been wanting to read it for a while. I've read it partially when I was in high school. I stopped reading it for some reason, but I started reading the audiobook. I found that the audiobooks work really well because I can read them, I can hear them on the way to work, you know, doing some downtime stuff. So it's not too bad. I really want to get into reading, like I said, and I've done good on my end so far. So, Sabriel's next. If I like it so much enough that you know, I want to read more of it, I'll read I know there's like 2 more books at least that are part of the main series, and then if I really like it, I can venture to the prequel and sequels of the whole thing. I'm not sure. I looked it up earlier loosely, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Some Sabriel by Garth Nix, so I'm excited for it. I want to actually read it for once, and then see where that takes me. So yeah, I always been one to read like the self-help books, like the Dave Ramsey books, the the ones you can think of, like the Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, all those books. But I'm like, I already know what I want to do, or I already know what I'm doing. Now, what's the purpose of reading? Am I reading because I want to start a business? Then I should just look into courses, right? I should look into just doing it, which I have. But it's like, what's the purpose of the point of reading? Like, am I just reading to feel like I'm being productive? Like, what's the point of reading, right? Like, am I just reading because I want to feel productive? And it's like, if I read these business self-help books, it makes me feel better because I'm more aware of it. Like, I read a whole bunch already. It's like, I get the idea. It's like, so what should I read for? What's my purpose? What am I trying to expand? What am I trying to learn? It's like, that's what I kind of debated in my own mind for a little while, and I've come to realize that I just want to read more books that I like them. I think it's cool. I'll give it a try, see if I like it, like fantasy, sci-fi books, all that kind of stuff. Because even though within those books they have great themes, they have realizations. You think about the characters, you think about the decisions, what happened to them, what they're doing. It's like, well, why did they do this? And you come to your own realizations on that, and you might reflect upon, right, through the main character perhaps, because you may resonate with the character or what they do. So there's that. And I think that's a good idea. Instead of reading these self-help books, just like for me personally, it's like I just feel like it's in vain because I just read them and then I'm like, oh yeah, I get that, and then it's like it things in my head like, yep, you're doing good because you're reading this and it's making you better. It's like, well, it is. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't help, because they do, because I read like 10 of them. So I think at this point I'm like, I already read a whole bunch of them. I think I get the idea of the general ideas. Reading Napoleon Hill, the Dale Carnegie, I read all those as well. Books that have. So it's like, if I want to look at them again, I can just go to my library and look at them, or my little bookshelf, and look at them and read them. So why not look into more other books? You only have one life. Might as well read as much as you can, or learn as many topics as you can. I mean, I always love movies, so and a lot of good movies come from books, and like every single time the book's better than the movie. So why not read a book? Yeah, that's my thought process on that. Kind of a rant there, but so yeah, guys, that kind of wraps up my whole rant for today. I'll maybe post tomorrow. I probably will, just so I can at least have 2 videos for the week. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.